Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at the FullSpectrum Female Avatar Kit. I just finished it, so hopefully there's not too many issues for you guys. I've tried to double check everything. Now it's very similar to the old kit. Same body and everything, just rigged to the new rig. With most of the same sliders that you had before. So there's, I don't know how many now, 100, something near 100 sliders. And it all works basically the same. So we can dial in some faces. I have some default faces in here that you can start from. Or even just use, like 50% of. And then start dialing in your own settings. If you look at the mouth there, mouth depth, see that? But all the same kind of features that we had before, nose height. But I'm going to show you real easily how to finalize this, nostril height. And I'm not going to make a beautiful female here today, but I'm just going to move some of these sliders around. I would suggest, if you want to have a totally custom looking avatar, that you use as many sliders as possible. And we can look at, I have the editor, avatar editor just shows the face. Of course you can move around and do things however you want. But I'm just showing the face here so you can dial in the face. And then I have another one here for the body. So you can see the full body. That way you can just switch between these two and look at the different parts that you need. So if we go down to some of the body features, waist adjust, waist size, tummy bulge. Yeah. But one of the new, one thing I will suggest to everyone, if you look at the feet down here, I have the very last slider is foot to AV2. If you want to make sure that your feet fit in most shoes, you're going to want to apply this slider. Okay, so that's one of the most important things. If you want your feet to fit in most shoes, make sure this slider is at 100%. Okay. And then there's another feature in here, though. I want to jump to a different, if we look over here, this is our outliner. So right now we're selected on the normal body, and I'm showing that body, okay, with this little eye symbol. Now if I click off that, that'll be gone. But what if I want to show this one, exact same body, but you can do heels with this body. So I'm going to show that one, and I'll go to the body editor. Okay, so we can look at the feet. Now we already, I think the slider might already be applied, yeah. So that slider's already applied. And there's your heels, and I have a set of heels in here. If you look in the outliner here, right here, if I show these heels, then and you can use these heels, you can upload them. They're not all that great heels, but they can work for most people. And if you look here, the nails are floating outside of the feet. And of course the nails do not come in with the body. You have to export the nails separately. But if we select the nails, we'll see that the nails have some sliders too. So I have nail position for heels. So if I just move this slider all the way, now the toenails are back on the toes, and then we can export those toenails. So that's what we're going to do here. I'll export a female with high heels. So let's go back to this editor. We have to select on the body here with heels, and then we'll dial in a custom avatar. Maybe we'll do a little European, and then we'll adjust the top lip a little and make it size. I'll lower the size of that top lip. I don't want to do too much here. Nose size. So let's make that like that. I'll just move a few sliders. But like I said, if you want a totally custom avatar that looks totally unique, then you'll want to try and move as many sliders as possible. Alright, I think I have... Okay, I think we can just export this. But the first thing we have to do, we have to finalize the avatar. Okay, and the way you do that is you hit this button, you say new shape from mix, and then it takes all of the sliders you created and makes one slider out of it. Okay, so now you have this new slider. There's this X down here. Hit that X, that clears out all your sliders, all your morphs. Okay, now this button up here, this middle one, say move to top, use move to top. Now this new slider will be at the top below the basis. Now before we do any of this, okay, I want to save this as a different version. So save as avatar with heels. I'm just going to say heels here. And save that blend file. This way I'm not overwriting the original blend file. I don't want to hurt that file. Now we can take this basis and delete it. Okay? And now we'll only have the sliders that we had from this. Okay? And we can go here and delete all shapes. Okay? And now we can go to export. So now we have this body. We select this body. Then we shift select the rig. And then we have to export FBX. Now this is really important here. Selected objects. Always want to use selected objects. For this one we're going to use experimental. For whatever reason I have not been able to export with textures, but I'm not going to hold the kit up for that. And then check off leaf bones. This is really important. You have to go X and Y. So it has to be X and Y here. And then animation, you can just select off all those. Okay, so now we have something we can export here. Export this. Oh, I just crashed. Let's see. Blender is a little bit crashy. Okay, we still have our file. So let's do this again. Get rid of this. Now we have all the right shape we want. Do that. Exporter. Select the avatar. Select the rig. Export. FBX. Selected, experimental, X and Y, no leaf bones, and no animation stuff. Okay, now let's export. Now we exported properly. And before we get out of here, we're probably going to need some shoes. Maybe I probably already uploaded some. But I'll show you real quick how to do that. So let's go to the full body one. Let's show, we're already showing heels here. So we have to find the heels. Here's the heels. We have no sliders or anything for the heels. We can just go to export. We have the heels selected right here. And then we can go shift select on the bones. Then export. Same way, export, all the same settings, and if you just exported, it should all be the same. So now I'll just put high heels, high heels. There we go. And export that. And then we're going to go into Sansar. Hopefully this loads up really quick. And my password. There we go. Sorry, everyone. Okay, we do not want to go to the Nexus. We want to go to the Style My Avatar. I had been working on this earlier. I have no idea why she just did that dance. Okay, so now we're going to upload. As you can see, I've been uploading all kinds of stuff. Let's go to where the kit is. So this is the file we just created. You can upload an image, but you can do that afterwards. Now, one of the things I could not get, now it looks like everything is in here, but I'm not going to advise this. We should do it the long way. I did not get everything to come in automatically with textures and everything. So you will have to go through this and do it yourself. But it's a lot easier and a lot quicker. Now, I created a texture folder. It will be in the kit and everything with all the textures in it. The last kit that we had did not have a folder for all this. So now you do. Now I have supplied it. It was always in the kit. It's just not in a folder. Okay, so now I'm just going through and applying all these textures. Body normal, roughness. So the mouth can use the standard shader. There's the mouth normals, roughness, eyes, eyeball, and this one uses the normal shader too. What am I doing here? Roughness. Eyelashes needs a double-sided alpha mask, and then I have the eyelashes in there also, and then you should be able to save and import. Yes, this is my product, or FullSpectrum's product. The avatar itself came from the original Sansar avatar. Uploading it into inventory. Okay, hopefully, yes. Why is she dancing? So the avatar came in, and I don't know why it's even in this T-pose. If that seems strange, this must be a new bug or something in here. But as you look, you can apply different hairs to her. Don't ask me why she's dancing. And clothing. Clothing can be a little bit difficult. With these bodies, it's almost better to use some of the older outfits, the original outfits. So, but I'll show you real quick how you might go about this. This is the top. It's a little bit small for this avatar. I'll move it up slightly. Move it back slightly, and that should simulate pretty well. Auto adjust. There we go. There we go. Alright, that looks good. Why can't I? There we go. Some things are a little wonky in Sansar today. So there's the avatar. I guess we could put some pants on her, right? So let's throw some pants on. See, these are some jeans, new jeans by Daisy Winthrop. and they aren't made for this avatar, but I'm pretty sure I can get them to fit. Forward. I think that's all I need to do. Let's adjust that. Yeah, see, that fits really well with very few issues. There we go. Of course, I'm not the best at dressing females. Okay, now the shoes. Now, of course, I already brought in a pair of shoes, but let's import what we had. So the kit, high heels, the materials, I don't think I had anything special on the materials, but I will set this to black. Yep. And import. So there we go. High heels. So that's a quick look. Maybe we'll save this and run around a little. Of course, I didn't import the nails, but it works the same way as everything else. The nails do have sliders. I'll show that real quick, actually. But let me go into the world. We don't want to go to the Nexus. Let's go to Scurry Waters. Alright, so there's our new avatar with heels on, running around. And I know one issue that some people had were the feet weren't right. I mean, you can't really see it with her. Let me go to style my avatar again, and I'll throw this one on, and then you guys can see. Alright, there we go. Heels on, and I guess previous versions that people made with heels, they didn't work very well in crouch, but as you can see here, these look okay in crouch. Okay, so let's close out Sansar, go back to the kit. What else do we have in here? Let me go full body, and we have the nails. Well, something is up there. Am I selected on the nails? I'm not selected. Oh, so there is. I do have a glitch in there. I will fix this before I put it out, though. But this is the video for it. Nails also have options to grow. You see there? The nails will grow. And you can export, and you export these exactly the same way. I'll show you. So let's say you just wanted long nails. I won't do the heels because I have to fix that one real quick. So what you would do, you would create a new. You kind of don't have to with this one, but because there's only one more. And then move to top, just like before. Clear out all your sliders with this little X down here. And then delete your basis. Now you just have this one as your basis. Delete all. And then go to your exporter. Select it on the nails. Shift select the rig. And export the same way we did before. Okay, so that's basically the kit. The new kit for us with some of the new features. I hope everyone likes it. I'm going to have to fix those nails real quick. Have a good one, everyone. It'll be out within the next hour. So have a good one.